I'm Lauren Ashley Streepy Hansen, and I'm with Student Activities Council, which provides all the events on campus. And our budget is, I don't know if you need to know about our budget, but I think the reason SAC is so great is because all our budget comes from you guys. It's part of the part of your tuition, so it comes out of it. So we never have budget cuts or anything. So that's why we are great. And the concerts, the Goo Goo Dolls, Sean Kingston and the Yin Yang Twins, lectures like Post Secret, Tom, Shoes. We do late nights every Thursday, which is to prevent drinking on Thursday nights. It's from 9 to 11, and there's just different random events. We have movie nights at the Hangar, poker. We'll have people come in. We also have entertainment. Like this week we're doing ice skating. It's winter week for us, so we're having an ice skating rink on Wednesday. Our group is pretty diverse because, I started this year, was my first year, and I was the SAC summer intern, so I planned all the events, and I didn't have any experience with SAC before that. So coming on, I was more of the outsider view, which they said that they thought would help a lot because it gave an outside perspective as to maybe why people weren't coming to as many events and stuff. But it's also diverse. We just got a new advisor, which was the overall advisor, Angel. And Candace was it, and then it was passed to Angel. And so she hadn't dealt with SAC for a while, so that was kind of an outside. And we have people that are on a lot of other organizations on campus, so I think that all helps with diversity. We have had a couple faulty decisions with promotions because sometimes we know that people aren't on top of things with their promotions, and then the event goes bad and everyone gets mad, but we knew from the beginning we could have promoted when we didn't, and no one just really stood up to the plate to make sure that we had those promotions. I think that ways to avoid groupthink is through surveys and polls from people on the outside that aren't on SAC to see how they feel, if what works, what doesn't work, for us to improve our organization. So a person that plays devil's advocate in our group would be our advisor, because that's kind of her job. And there's a certain group member that constantly gets all professional and says, well, think about it this way, which does help, because then, playing devil's advocate always helps.
Hello. My name is Carl Jamal Stafford. My middle name was formerly taken from Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show. It's a famous show in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, see, the thing is, I am the president of the Northwest Missouri State University Speech and Debate Team, a.k.a. also known as the Speaking Bearcats. I'm also national champion, reigning national champion, I guess you can call me. My national champion event was in program of oral interpretation last year, and I was Pi Kappa Delta national champion. I was also ranked 3 superior ratings and 2 excellent ratings last year at the national tournament, with first overall points and sweepstakes awards, which mean I was the first overall sweepstakes best speaker, if you will, at the Pi Kappa Delta national tournament last year. The devil's advocate. That's always a good time. As far as forensics is concerned, or the Speaking Bearcats, if you will, the person that plays the devil advocate on a professional level or a hierarchy level, if you will, will be Brian Swafford, our coach, our director of forensics, because we may have an idea, for instance, that we think is a really good idea, and the team is just hyped up about it. But we're not thinking outside the box. We're not looking at the big picture, and Swaff will probably assist us with that knowledge of saying, hey guys, this is not a great idea. We probably shouldn't do this. We probably shouldn't move that fast. We probably should wait a minute and do this and do that. For instance, one example would be every year we do a high school tournament. And the last couple years, we've been hit by Mother Nature. Mother Nature just smacked us in the face and said, sit down. So that's what she's been doing. And last year, Mother Nature didn't just smack us in the face. She completely owned us. O-W, owned us. So we had to cancel the whole tournament and call every high school and every person that decided to judge the tournament the day of because the weather was so bad and teams were just dropping out. And no one wanted to come and have their bus flip, knock on wood. So we had to just completely cancel the tournament, and that was a bad idea. Since we've been hit with weather like that for the last 2 years, Swafford didn't think it would be a great idea to too much do a tournament the same weekend, but that's usually the best weekend to do one. So the teams flirting with the ideas, we should do a tournament, we should fundraise, earn money, and we earn recruitment status in that way. But then Swafford has to look at the big pictures. Who's going to come, how big is it going to be, and everything else is going to go on. So things that we can't think about, or we simply don't think about because we get so enthusiastic about things, Brian Swafford will come in and do it as their director, and that's his job, besides just driving the van and telling silly jokes and playing the same 6 songs on his iPod all the time. So, as the president also, I have to play the devil's advocate sometimes, because sometimes things aren't just a great idea. So, as you know, every form of leadership, you need people under you that's going to offer that day-by-day, person-by-person leadership, which that's where I come into place, or my vice president, Zach Hefferkey, will come in place. More than likely, we typically, more than likely, play the devil's advocate when things don't seem like a good idea, because sometimes they just don't. And sometimes they aren't good ideas, and it's really hard to tell a team that sometimes. And that can cause some conflict sometimes and a lot of confusion, because people think you're attacking our ideas. However, you have to do, at the end of the day, what's best for the team as a whole, because that's what it is. We're all different pieces. We have to put the puzzle together.
Yes, very much so. We all come from different states, different places, small towns, big towns. So there's a lot of different outlooks on life, I guess, and a lot of different opinions that come to the group. We have an advisory board, and there's one of those women present at each of our meetings. So we do have an outside opinion represented. So although I will run the meetings, that woman is there to say, okay, no, let's think about this, and bring in kind of more of an out of the box, because we tend to get wrapped up in our little, this is what we know and what we do, so then we have to have that other person to kind of do a reality check, I guess. I just want to say hi, Mom, because this is my 15 seconds of fame.